What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Pastor Wes. I'm here with another 5-minute Bible study. I'm going to jump right into 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting in verse 4. Very familiar text. You will know it as soon as I hit the first line of it. And here it comes. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable. It keeps no record of wrongs. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Let me just read that last line one more time. It does not rejoice. This is love we're talking about. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. You know, there was that movie, A Few Good Men, and that very dynamic and climactic scene between Tom Cruise and Jack Nicklaus, where Tom Cruise says, "I want the truth," and then Jack Nicklaus says, "You can't handle the truth." I hope I did that line justice. But in that exchange, there was a desire for the truth. And these days, I'm not sure that there are people, especially those in positions of power, who really are interested in truth. I don't think that we are living in times where the truth is as valued as it should be. In the Bible, Jesus was quoted as saying, "I am the truth. I am the way and the truth and the life, and nobody will come to the Father except through me." And so, in that particular instance, Jesus is defining himself quintessentially as truth. But the other thing that I see is that in conversation with love, truth takes on a different perspective. We are asked in our Christian faith to love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And to demonstrate love means that we ought to be the types of individuals who do not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoice in truth. And so I find it odd that we live in times right now where people seemingly are rejoicing in the wrongdoing of so many people that are in positions of power, that we see individuals rejoicing in the character of people that are boastful and arrogant and rude. It's surprising to me that we follow leadership that is insistent on its own way. That's not the love that we are tasked with being able to display. And I'm wondering if there are Christians, people who believe in the work and ministry and life of Jesus Christ, who are willing to put themselves out there and raise their hand and say, "I am not going to rejoice in wrongdoing, but I am going to rejoice in truth." It's important. It's important for church leadership to do that. It's important for people of faith to do that. We cannot be arbiters of lies and deception and then say that we have love. When Paul was writing this letter to the church in Corinth, he opens chapter 13 with, "If I speak in the tongues of humans and angels but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal." He was suggesting that if you have all these gifts of the Spirit, I could speak in tongues and I can preach and prophesy and do all this stuff, but I don't have love, then all I'm doing is making noise. And in order for us to have love, the kind of love that biblically we are called to have, we are called not to rejoice in wrongdoing, but to rejoice in the truth. And so if you're not willing to support truth, if you're not willing to speak truth to power, if you do not want to be a truth teller, then maybe this Christian love thing is not your thing. George Orwell said that during times of deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. So I'm wondering that based on this text, how many revolutionary love people do I have out there? How many people are willing to put themselves on the line to be the ones who are patient, kind, not envious, not boastful or rude or arrogant, not insistent on our own way, keeping no record of wrongs, but instead of rejoicing in wrongdoing, we are the kind of people that rejoice in the truth. Because that's what's called of us if we say that we are Christians. I hope that helps you. Take care.